how many skins just went past? I know no one asked, but I'm gonna count anyway. From what I was able to gather looking over the replay, there's a total of 34 skins that go past before it lands on the one you get. Do these 34 skins actually mean anything though? Well, no. No, they're literally meaningless. And why is that? Well, just compare the UMP I got from this case with all the other UMPs that went past. You can clearly see that it's the odd one out. If these were real skins you'd missed out on, they'd all have their unique pattern and wear value, but they don't. They're just the generic factory new image, and that's how we know that these things are really just a bunch of props. Now, I've got 9 more strange facts to go, but before I mention them, I just want to mention my sponsor. This video is sponsored by Skinport, the easy to use skins marketplace where you can sell your skins for real cash. Skinport offers a huge range of skins, over 160,000 of them, at prices miles cheaper than the Steam market, as much as 30% off. You can also purchase skins in an instant, just pick the skin you want and buy it. There's no need to deposit first and no hidden fees. Oh, and if you're selling, Skinport has a super low selling fee of just 6% for items over $1,000 and for private listings, making it an awesome marketplace to sell on. Cash out is super quick and handled by bank transfer, and it's also super highly rated on Trustpilot with a 4.9 out of 5-star rating. So, an awesome place to buy and sell skins. Check it out, link is in the description. Anyway, speaking of opening cases, have you ever had a problem with not being able to buy more than 20 keys at once? I know, right? Massive inconvenience. After I open these 20 cases, I'm gonna have to buy more keys. Oh, woe is me. Why must life be so difficult? Well, not to fear, because if you just go and inspect a skin and then exit back to the case, you actually re-enable the buy menu, provided you don't quit out of the original case you bought the first 20 keys from. And you can do this as many times as you want to buy pretty much as many keys as you want. Although, if you ever actually use this trick, you're making a terrible life decision and should reconsider your choices. Anyway, for number 3, have you ever wondered what the maximum number of items you can fit in a CSGO inventory is? Well, it might be higher than you realize. So, your inventory has 1,000 slots, and 100 of those can contain a storage container. That's the limit on those, by the way. You can't put storage containers inside of other storage containers, but either way, that still means 100,000 items, and it also leaves us with another 900 slots. So, is the number 100,900? Well, not really. Here's my inventory stocked to the brim with Spectrum 2 cases, 1,000 items in total, and here's what happens if I unlist something on the Steam market. 1,001. So the limit on your Steam inventory, in theory at least, is 100,900 plus whatever you can list on the Steam market. Now, in my currency, that's a measly 93,333 extra items, but in other countries, it's a lot more. For example, in Argentina, the maximum wallet balance is 194,000 pesos, and the minimum listing price is 0.03 of a peso. So, in theory, you could list 6,466,666 items, meaning the maximum number of items you could hold in your inventory is 6,567,566. Now, a big caveat here is this is completely impossible to test. Firstly, it would literally take 3 to 4 years of non-stop work to do, and secondly, there aren't any items you can list that are cheap enough to test it, rendering the whole exercise null and void. So there may still be a hidden limit. Sometimes people claim it's 90,000, but no one really knows for sure. Now, for number 4, did you know there's a mechanic built into CSGO to reward people for watching you play your shitty silver games? That's right, there's actually an item called the Audience Participation Parcel that allows you to drop skins to 25 people viewing your match. Now, unfortunately most of these skins will be consumer grade bits of garbage. The best thing you can get are some discontinued Mirage Collection skins, although the odds of getting them are pretty tiny, but either way, this is kind of a weird feature that everyone seems to have forgotten about. Valve doesn't sell these packages anymore, but if you want them, there are still a few left on the Steam market. Anyway, number 5. What's the rarest sticker in CSGO? Is it the Iberpower, the Titan, the Reason Hollow? Actually, it's none of these. The rarest stickers in the game are the 100 Thieves Gold autographs from the Boston 2018 Major. Now, Why are they so rare? Well, this is the old 100 Thieves Brazilian lineup, and they didn't exactly have a stellar run. In fact, they broke up before they could even play a single official match, which meant the capsule that contained their stickers at that major was abruptly pulled from the game without any kind of warning, and before anyone had a chance to stock up, making their gold autographs kind of rare. So rare in fact that sometimes only 6 exist, not that anyone actually wants them. Anyway, number 6. Did you know a bunch of CSGO knives are kind of glitched? Like, not in a game-breaking way or anything, but it's definitely still a glitch. Take these 2 knives, the Shadow Dagger's Rust Code and the Falchion knife. These knives can only be found in the Spectrum cases. These are the only 2 cases you can unbox them from. But according to my inventory, the Rust Code is from the Shadow Collection and the Falchion knife is from the Falchion Collection. Completely different cases. Now, I think this is just a UI bug. They've been incorrectly tagged as being part of that collection, even though they're obviously not. It seems to be a problem with all the knives in the Spectrum cases, but it's still a bug, and I thought I'd point it out. Valve, please fix. Anyway, for number 7, speaking of glitched knives, there's another type of case out there that kind of does something it shouldn't. The Prisma cases. Here's a video of a friend of mine called OnitPixel unboxing a knife from the Prisma 2 case.
One of every case, we can even... Knife! Yes, please, step by! Oh no, it's a good one! No!
Is it? Which one is it?
What is it? What is it?
Stash with
no. It's not a knife with me.
It's so good as
I
well.
haven't got a knife either.
Now, if you're wondering why he's so upset here, it's because he knew he'd have to give the knife to me afterwards, but here's what's really odd about this knife. It's a vanilla Ursus knife, and according to what Valve have officially said about the case, it shouldn't be in the Prisma cases. These are the knives, and as you can see, there are no vanilla knives here, and you can't get vanilla knives out of the Spectrum cases, or the Chroma cases, or the Gamma cases either. They're only meant to be in cases with the OG finishes. So what are they doing in the Prisma cases? Well, Valve probably just screwed up, but I mean, after all, they seem to do that a lot. Anyway, number 8. Did you know there's a unique, one-of-a-kind souvenir skin called a blank souvenir? This is it here, and yes, I know, it is literally garbage, but unlike other souvenir skins, which always have a yellow text explaining when they were dropped, this one doesn't have it, which simultaneously makes it both the strangest and lamest unexplained mystery in the history of CSGO. Like, legit, it's a one-of-a-kind mystery skin, but it's also so boring, I feel like I'm ripping you off by including it here. Honestly, I don't know why it exists, no one does, and naturally, it's owned by this big souvenir collector who's probably the only person in the world who's happy I've mentioned it here. Anyway, number 9. What happens if you max out a StatTrak skin? I know I've talked about this before, by the way, but YouTube nerfed that video so not many people got to see it, so I want to explore it again. So, maxing out a StatTrak skin will take you 5 hours using a special StatTrak map with your friend. Now, sadly, I don't have any friends, so I can't try this out for myself, but luckily, some kind person on YouTube recorded themselves doing it for me. Basically, the maximum value a StatTrak skin can show is 999,999, and if you increase it to 1 million, it drops to 0. Thanks, Gaben, that was really worth it then. Now, the issue is probably just that there aren't enough digits on the StatTrak display. Like, it still shows in your inventory this skin has over 1 million, but because there's only 6 numbers on the display, it just shows the last 6, like you can see here. And I mean, I don't know, that's still kind of a letdown. You should at least get an achievement, right? Although, I guess that might be considered pay to win. Anyway, that brings us to our final item, number 10. Did you know there are a bunch of skins that are missing from CSGO due to a glitch? I've talked about this before, but again, that video didn't get many views and I get a lot of questions about this, so I'm gonna look at it again here. Basically, every skin in CSGO has a set of wear values that can't be dropped due to some kind of bug in the script Valve uses to generate them. It's probably just a coding error and a fairly simple one at that, but it creates these phantom skins that can only be obtained through trade-up contracts, and if you can't get that skin from a trade-up, they don't exist at all. For example, there are 0 AK Elite builds with a float between 0.07 and 0.08 because of this bug. They can't be dropped, and since you can't trade up for them, none exist at all. Again, This affects every skin, and Valve has never fixed it. I just don't think they care, to be honest, but it's definitely still a bug, and I think it's kind of interesting. Anyway, that's it for this video. That's it for the list of 10 things. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Massively appreciated. Otherwise, trust the numbers, not your gut. I'm Heyzeus. Thanks for watching. See ya.